This chilling tale is brought to you by Audible. Get 30 days free with any annual subscription by clicking the link in the description below. It was always there. The forest was old, older than any town nearby, older than the myths passed down in the hushed voices of villagers. It had no name, or perhaps its name was simply forgotten, like so many things buried beneath roots and moss. To the locals, it was just the hollow pines, and it was never wise to enter it after sundown. But 23-year-old Lena Moreau didn't believe in ghost stories, or so she thought. It started with a dare. Lena was a freelance nature photographer, traveling across small towns and remote wilderness for a photo blog. She arrived in the rural town of Graven Hollow, a place that felt suspended in time. The houses were wooden and weather-worn, the people wary of strangers. They were kind but carried a tired look in their eyes. At the local bar one evening, Lena overheard whispers about the hollow pines. Laughter mixed with fear as a few locals recounted tales of strange lights and voices in the woods, of those who entered and never returned, and of the so-called wailing woman, who could be heard crying beneath the trees when the wind blew just right. Old man Carver, the bartender, leaned in close and muttered, "Don't go in there at night. That forest remembers things, and it don't like to be disturbed." That was all Lena needed. Whether to debunk the legends or to satisfy her own curiosity, she accepted a challenge from a young local. Spend one night alone in the hollow pines and capture what she found. Armed with a camera, flashlight, tent, and recorder, she hiked into the forest an hour before sunset. The trees towered unnaturally high, and the canopy dimmed the light long before true night fell. The air felt colder with each step. Birds were silent. Even the insects didn't hum. Only the crunch of dead leaves under her boots and her own heartbeat kept her company. She found a clearing near an old, dry riverbed and pitched her tent. As the last light of the day slipped through the branches, she felt something watching her from the shadows. She set up her camera on a tripod, pointed at the tent, and started recording. For the first hour, nothing happened. The forest was silent, the trees motionless. Just before she turned off the camera for the night, she caught movement. Something big shifted in the darkness between the trees. The hairs on her arms prickled. She strained to listen, but the only sound was the wind. Still, she felt uneasy. Lena checked the tent zipper before climbing in. Something brushed against the tent. She froze. Was it a branch? An antenna? Whatever it was, it brushed the canvas again, this time accompanied by a soft thud. Lena huddled inside, trying to convince herself it was nothing. Sleep was impossible. Perhaps an hour passed, maybe less. Then she heard it. At first, it was faint. Murmurs between the trees, like voices carried on the wind. She turned on her recorder. Nothing. But when she turned it off, she heard them again. Childlike, distant, echoing from nowhere and everywhere. She shined her flashlight, but it flickered. The beam stretched out like a weak arm, grasping at silhouettes that vanished when she focused. The batteries were full. She was sure of it. That's when she spotted something on her camera screen. A figure standing between two trees, partially hidden in the mist. Long black hair, a pale dress, and eyes like polished obsidian. She spun around, but no one was there. Lena's breath caught in her throat. Her instincts screamed to run, but the forest had changed. The path she came in on was gone. The trees had rearranged themselves, subtly but cruelly. That's when the crying began. It wasn't far. It sounded like it was coming from just behind her. A woman's sobs, low and mournful. Lena called out, thinking it might be someone hurt or lost. No answer. She followed the sound, stumbling upon an old house deep in the woods. The structure was rotting, overtaken by vines and half swallowed by the earth. It looked as if it had been abandoned for a century. But smoke rose from the chimney. She approached, camera shaking in her hand. The door creaked open before she touched it. Inside, the house was strangely intact, like time had stopped. A fireplace crackled. A dining table was set for three. Portraits on the walls depicted a man, a woman, and a young girl. The woman in the portrait was the same figure from the forest. Lena backed away, heart pounding. The sobbing continued upstairs. Compelled by something she couldn't explain, she climbed a staircase. It led to a single room with a mirror, cracked and foggy. As she stepped closer, her reflection didn't move. The mirror version of herself smiled, and then the mirror shattered. A scream erupted behind her. Lena ran, blind with fear, crashing through the undergrowth. The forest seemed to bend around her, resisting her escape. Trees moved where they shouldn't. Branches grabbed at her clothes, and the fog grew thicker. She stumbled into a clearing littered with wooden crosses. each carved with names long eroded by time. Dozens of them, maybe more. One stood freshly marked. Lena Moreau. She didn't remember falling asleep, but she woke in her tent as the first morning light pierced the canopy. Everything was exactly as she had left it: the camera, the recorder, her backpack untouched. Relieved, she packed quickly and followed her GPS out. The forest was still, no longer hostile. It was as if nothing had happened. Back in Graven Hollow, she rushed to show the locals her footage, but the camera was blank. Hours of video had been erased, or never recorded at all. Only one thing remained: a single photo on her memory card. The house, the woman in the white dress staring from the second-floor window. Her eyes seemed to follow whoever looked at the photo. She posted her story and the image to her blog. Within hours, readers responded with stories of similar forests around the world, places where people vanished, or came back different. A week later, Lena vanished. Her blog remained active for months, regularly posting new photos of hollow pines at night, even though no one saw her return to the forest. The final post read, "She showed me the truth. She just wanted someone to remember." Then the blog went dark. Locals say you can still hear Lena's voice in the forest, whispering through the trees, warning others not to follow the same path. But some do, and sometimes they don't come back. And now, here's your reminder: to get those free 30 days of Audible, you'll get one title to keep forever, along with your membership. There are thousands of audiobooks to choose from on Audible, including selections from our favorite authors like Stephen King, Margaret Atwood, and Neil Gaiman. Listen on the go from your phone or tablet, or make listening an evening ritual with the Audible app on your television. You can even share your love of audiobooks by gifting a membership to a friend or loved one. Just click the link in the description, or visit the website to claim your free 30 days of Audible today. Thank you for listening, and for watching. If you enjoyed this spooky tale, I do recommend checking out another chilling tale. We have a ton of great stories available. Make sure to leave us a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want more content like this. I've been your host. Until next time, stay safe and stay scared.